49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, here I come.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Hey, alert.
Rosen will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check nickel.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They will run for the first time here with White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Kill. Alert. Kill. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
19. 57, come on. Let's go, D. Let's go. Patch it. Check 9, check 9. We can. Alert. Go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
It's going to be a long day. Check 3.
Half 85, half 85. Hey, tight.
57. Mike, 57.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check.
Hey, alert.
Now Rosen. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. But they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
Set.
180. Block 49. Come on, the ball.
Run down.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now it's Rosen looking. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the whip.
Rosen just getting the snap off and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On play action, Rosen. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
first down, Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, home.
They go right back to White here on 1st down.
Yes, sir. Woo! That's it, baby. We're going to work.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen, man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Round 80.
50 seconds to Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen over the middle. He's got Watkins. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. This is a cut to the back to 6. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen. Open man here is Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. First down, here's White. Room here to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check.
Here's White. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch twist.
On second down, they'll run with White. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Check 52's to Mike.
You alert. You better be afraid of me.
Slam.
General West.
52. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
56.
Double up.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Watkins on the jet sweep. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
You don't know no better.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground. Frazier. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
That's the score. Bills 14, Dolphins 7.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Let's go one more. Sure.
Middle. What do you got?
To throw is Rosen. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Hey, 4 down. Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike. Check 37. Check 34. Twist.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
Check 99. Check 99.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, alert, alert. Sadie.
Check 6 guys.
Hug, hug, hug.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bills.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to spare you up. Don't get nervous. Alert, alert.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check 13.
Again, it's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Check, check.
Now Drake. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
They come out here in the eye. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, tight.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. 30, past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Now parking for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rosen to throw. He'll set up the screen to Drake. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Drake. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And his throw here's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go.
Hey, let go.
Let's go, Mike.
Here's Rosen. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First down, Miami.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Push him back. Push him back.
Check 4. 80.
They'll run on first down. Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 38-yard line.
Monday.
Here's Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check. Middle.
On the draw, here's White. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Bills send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On first down, it's White. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Bills, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Miami, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaunt.